I am doing a hair tutorial today, and it's my first one because I'm not that good at hair, but I finally figured out how to get like the perfect loose looking kind of beach wave, and so I'm just going to be doing that today. I washed and dried my hair, and then I put in a little bit of like a leave-in oil on the ends, but I always do that. And then what I'm going to start with is this R&Co paste. It's a dry shampoo paste, which is super cool. I don't really use it as a dry shampoo though. Whenever I need dry shampoo, I'll just do like a spray. This paste, I love it as a volumizer. It's amazing. Probably the best volumizer that I've ever used. I just like to add volume to the roots because I feel like after you blow dry, you get a nice amount of volume, but throughout the day, that starts to, I look like I have a mullet. Throughout the day it will start to come down. So I take some of this and I put about a teaspoon on my fingers and I'll rub it together. It's coconut oil based, which is really cool, and like volcano ash and unicorn tears or something, and it will melt onto your fingers, and you start back here and you just go up right at the roots. So I'm not doing anything to the ends, I'm just going up with the roots. Then I'm gonna do it on the other side, and this is gonna add a ton of volume into your crown area. And then with whatever's left on my hands, I'll kind of go like this through here and just really get that top layer nice and voluptuous. I like to add volume before doing the curls because if you do it afterwards, they get kind of weird and they come out, and the curls aren't really curly, they're just kind of crinkly, and so you don't want to play with them too much after it's done. So I will start after doing that volumizer with a little bit of heat protector. My hair's so fine, or not fine, yeah, fine. See, I'm getting the hang of this hair stuff. My hair's fine and it's blonde and it's dyed, so it just needs a little bit of extra protection. So you can, I think it's normally supposed to be on wet, but I like to do it dry right before I start, just to make sure that it's gonna protect my hair. So find wherever you want your part to be. I have a mirror that I'm looking at. I think I like that. Whew, honey. So basically right now I have the volume that I want, but not the shape. It's just kind of, so what you're gonna do is, I have this curling iron, I got it off Amazon. It was like $20. And normally if I was trying to do really curly curls, I would actually break up my hair into sections and then start from the bottom and go up. But I just want that kind of like loose look. I don't want it to be curled. So I'm actually not gonna divide it into sections. That's why you wanna make sure you have your part right where you want it before you start. So I like to start right off the crown. So if you go back, grab this section right here. That seems to be like my most stubborn hair section. Do you guys have that? Like a piece of hair that just doesn't do what it needs to do. So what you're gonna do with this is you're basically not gonna even touch the top part of your hair, maybe like 2 inches, and you're not gonna touch the bottom of your hair either. And so you're really only gonna be doing like one curl because you don't really, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna start by going down. And I'm just gonna start like 2 inches down. So I'm not even gonna do anything with the top. And then curl it, have this parallel towards the ground, and then take it out. So you can see here, this didn't get curled and neither did this. So it looks a little funky on its own, but when you do all of them, it looks really cute. So I'm gonna go forward a little bit. You wanna do bigger sections. When you're doing curls, you normally do smaller sections, but with this wave look, you want to do bigger sections. So it's actually nice because it's super easy. So start about 2 inches down, make sure that your hair straightener is parallel, and then release the hair when there's about 1 inch or 2 left, like that. So you don't have to like run through it with your fingers quite yet. I kind of try to wait till the end. It lets your curls just kind of sit in that spot. And why is it blue? Oh, there we go. So I'm gonna start with the front. So like I said, leave the top out. Hold down on the hair as it's in the straightener and release. Okay, And then what you're gonna wanna do is grab a section. So I kind of started back here and then I go forward. And then at the very end, I do all the back pieces. So now I have these guys. What I wanna do, because all of those were curled away from my face, they were like this. I want to make it look beachy. You wanna do it curls going backwards and forwards. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna find a piece that hasn't been curled yet. I'm gonna do like this guy. What you want to do is the same exact technique. I'm going to start about 2 inches down, but I'm going to curl forward towards my face. Oh, let me try that again. And then release before it gets to the bottom. So when you have the pattern of them going away from your face and then towards your face, it makes it look more messy and natural. You don't want to put the ones right around your face should always be facing out. It would look kind of weird if it was facing in. So that's why I do them all going this way first on that top layer. So now I'm just going to go through and get some pieces. So basically you're gonna do that all the way around your head. I'm gonna start on this side and do the top layer, and then I'll show you guys how to get the underside, because there's some pieces in there that haven't been done yet. Well, it's mostly just like a big chunk of this under stuff. You don't really see that part, but you just don't want it to be like stick straight. So if you have naturally curly hair, you kind of just leave it as is, but since mine is naturally really straight, I just want to give it a little bit of something under there. So as you can see, it's starting to look really cute. And then at the end, we'll do like the volumizing. I'm gonna redo this guy. Sing and do your hair, pretend like you know how to do both. This piece. Do you guys have a side of your hair that just is always so much harder to make look good? This side is always just like magical, and this side is just like meh. It's so frustrating. So I normally have to go through this side. Like I said, I'm not a hair expert, but I just found out what was cute. And redo a couple pieces. Get the underside. And kind of revamp the roots with your fingers.